Hello, boys and girls. We're going to be making a lunar New Year crescent moon with the little bunny since it's the year of the rabbit. You should have 5 pieces that look like this, 2 moons, and then 3 pieces that have these little tabs on them. Okay, first thing you want to do is look at your moon, and there's little bits that need to be taken out. So just carefully go through and then pluck out any of the pieces that are loose. And if you can't get your finger in, you can always use a pencil to help poke it out. Okay. And just take out the pieces and then you can throw those away. Then I need you to put your moons on top of each other. And you'll see right now it's not matching. That means one of them is backwards. So I'm just going to get the top one. I'm flipping it over. And now do you see how they match perfectly on the sides? You want to be sure that they are matching. Okay. Then for your 3 pieces here, you're going to be folding all the tabs. You're going to see a little line on the edges here that you need to fold. You want to carefully fold them all down. And then what I do is I get a pencil and I roll it on the edge and I push really hard so that all the creases will be nice and crisp. If you don't have good creases, it's going to be really hard to glue together. Okay. Then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the one that kind of looks like a boat. And then the shortest piece. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them together. Oops, maybe I'm going to glue them together. Remember, you don't need a lot of glue here. Okay. Now today's art project needs some wait time in between the pieces. You have to let it dry, otherwise you're going to get real frustrated. We're not gluing on the last one until the end because we're not sure where it has to go. Okay. So when you're looking at your moon here, the ends here, one is a little bit narrower than the other side. This thicker side is going to be the top part of your moon. Okay. And that's where the little boat shape is going to go. Okay, so I'm going to lay it down this way. And then we're essentially going to be gluing it on like this. Okay, but you have to do it a little bit at a time. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So I'm going to put glue here on the edges. Remember, you don't even need to really squeeze your bottle. You just need to hold it upside down, and if your bottle's full, it'll come right out. Then what you do is you match the top tip, and you're going to hold it down with your fingers. Okay, you're going to have to wait a few seconds so that it adheres. That means it sticks together. And don't worry, it's going to be coming off and on a lot until it dries, so don't worry. Just do your best to match up the edges, because the nicer your edges are, the prettier it's going to look. Okay, and then as you go around, I'm just turning it as I'm pushing the little tabs. See, turn, push the tabs, turn, push the tabs. Now, if you did not let it dry long enough, this part will probably pop off, and then you have to start from the beginning again. So be sure you have a little bit of wait time so that it has time to stick. And I usually go like this to make sure that my edges are straight. Okay, then you're going to get this part, and we're going to do the same thing. We're putting glue on all the edges. And this time you also want to put it here on the end, because that's going to connect to the piece that was already there. So I'm going to connect it. And same thing, you have to hold the beginning part for a few seconds so that it sticks good before you start trying to do the other parts. So you're going to pinch this part, the part where you are gluing it to the piece that was already there, and then you're pushing down the little tabs. I'm just curving it around, keep pushing the little tabs. And if it doesn't reach the end perfectly, that's okay. Just hold it. The end part is the hardest to get to stick. And remember, you're trying to match it up on the edge of the moon on this side too, so I'm going to look. It's a little bit off, so if you want to try to wiggle it a little bit, you can. If you're happy with it, then just leave it. No one's really going to see that part. This end one is not sticking, so a little bit more glue. You just have to be patient. It's not hard to do, but you have to wait in between so that it has time to stick. Okay, and then you're going to make sure all your tabs are up and not bent down, because now we're going to do the other side. So when you do the other side, okay, so now we have the other moon, and remember, they have to match. So if you don't remember which way is which, go ahead and put it on top again and make sure that the top is matching the bottom. Okay, so that the thinner side is on the thinner side and the thicker side's on the thicker side. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we have to put glue on all the tabs again. Okay. And I'm going to double check, be sure I have it the right skinny side on that side. And then basically you just gently lay it on top. Okay, and then I'm going to flip the whole thing over. Okay, and then I'm going to put my finger on the inside. I know it's kind of hard for you to see. Well, let me hold it. You're going to put it on the inside. You leave yours flat on the table. I'm just showing you. And then you're going to put your finger in and push on all the tabs. Okay? I'm going to put it back down. I'm going to push on all the tabs. I'm going to lift it, make sure I'm doing it okay on this side. You can see some of the tabs sometimes pop out, so just move your moon again on top. Okay. And what I do is I usually just press on the top part a little bit, right along the border, the edge. You'll feel it's kind of stiff there. Okay. And then we're just going to set this aside to let it dry. Don't touch it. Okay. And then we're going to work on the bunny.